Hey, gorgeous goddess. So I get this question quite frequently, and a lot of the clients who come to me for the first time are really afraid to give away too much information because they don't know if as a psychic, am just trying to tell them what I think they want to hear, or if I'm actually going to tell them the truth and tell them what I'm seeing and really look um, through the psychic lens that doesn't have anything to do in particular with the stories that they're telling and the things that they're saying. So, as a healer, it's really important for me to listen to what all the stories are, to listen to what the pain is, to listen to what the feelings are. And so for me as a psychic and a healer, because I wear all of my hats all at the same time, even if you've just come to me for a psychic reading, I'm still wearing my healer hat and I'm still doing healing work because just knowing about something isn't really enough. In order to really resolve stuck energy and things that are, recurring patterns in your life, the healing part is really super important. So when I do any session, I always open up the Akashic Records. I always draw the Reiki symbols of healing, and I always invite in your guides, angels, guardians, animal spirits, fairy beings, cosmic beings of light, whoever is there for you on your team. And then we work through stuff. And I always start off the session with an intake. And with that intake, I do ask questions. I ask questions about what's going on in your life. What does it feel like? I would say for sure the hardest clients for me to read are the ones that come to me and are like, don't say anything. And the reason that is that usually if someone comes to me and is in I'm going to test her mode, I'm going to test her, um, what happens is they like shut down all of their connections, they block everything, and so it's really hard for me to read through those self-imposed blockages. Um, and when someone comes to me and they're like telling the stories and how it felt and what's going on for them and what they're noticing in their life and the things that they have questions about and some backstory about stuff. I mean, there is a point where it's too much information, and I gently steer the conversation so that we can wrap up those stories and get on to the to resolution part. But the thing about information is that as my client is speaking, I'm following along the vibrations of the sound of their voice. So everything is energy, everything is a vibration of light, energy, and consciousness. And so as my client is speaking, I'm following along those pathways and I'm reading what's behind the the information that they're sharing. And sometimes, what we're upset about is a trauma trigger. And there's something deeper underneath that that really needs investigating and healing. And so when my new clients come to me and they're sharing things, it's really super helpful because the thing is that what you're sharing normally is just the surface. It's just the surface of what's going on. And when you share that stuff, and I don't have to like try and pull that out of thin air and tell you what you already know, then I can go way deeper. If you share what's going on for you, that's the surface layer. And then I can go in deeper beyond that layer and really get you some fantastic resolution, healing, and progress. Because really, in the end, information is one thing, but actually moving through it is something completely different. That's what gives you the opportunity to have a completely new way of living, a completely new experience of life that feels way more aligned with your heart, with your soul purpose, and actually opens up doors to success, to love, um, yeah, all of that. So that is my take on whether or not information is too much information when you're going to a psychic reading or not. If you don't know the psychic yet, then it's a really good idea to read reviews and testimonials to find out, if this person is actually, the real deal, or if they're just telling you what they think you want to know. So that's my advice for how to choose a psychic and how to trust your psychic, your healer, and how to work with me to get the most out of every session. So, if you want to schedule a session or learn more about my Goddess of Light program, it's a deep immersion into really uncovering your soul purpose and connecting with your aligned ideal life and how to take those next steps. So, actual action steps to get on your soul path and to start unfolding that. And right now, I have 5 openings in my Goddess of Light program. They're going quick, and I'm looking for women who are really ready to have a fantastic 2023. Because if you start now, you'll have 2 months, almost 2 months under your belt of deep uncovering and action steps so that you can hit the ground running in 2023 or even before. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing to make some really deeply meaningful changes in your life before the turn of the new year? I think it would be. All right, so you can put a comment. I don't have any links in the description. There are links all over this group, though. So put a comment if you want me to reach out to you. I'll direct message you or give you an option for how to schedule a free consultation, connection call with me, and we can talk all about what's going on in your life and what you really are envisioning for yourself for 2023. I just have this really great feeling about 2023. I think it's going to be a really exciting year full of good, productive changes. So join me in that. All right. Love and blessings. Have a great day. Bye.